My MicroLux True Inch lathe. Let's start with a little bit of facing, which is making the end of a round piece true and square. We bring the tool bit up to touch the workpiece, and then I have an option that locks the carriage so that it doesn't move. That's very important. So I lock the carriage, retract the cross slide, and then let's advance the compound a bit. I think I went about 8 thousandths. Start the lathe. I like to use around 700 RPM when I'm turning aluminum. Seems to work well on this small lathe. And then we will advance the cross slide and cut across the face of the piece. Because the piece is roughly cut, you'll get an interrupted cut with chips flying everywhere. So once that cut is complete, you only have to go to the center, of course. Then I retract the cross slide and I'll move in a little more, another 3 thousandths here, and take another pass just to get a perfectly clean cut. When that's complete, one reason I like to use these triangular tool bits and the one that is equally faced in both directions, I will retract the cross slide and then advance the compound just a bit so that I'll be cutting on the edge of the tool, and advance back in. That makes it really easy to put a 45-degree chamfer on the workpiece, breaking that sharp edge. Important to always turn the speed control to 0 as well as turn off the power. Now let's look at an important option I'm including, a tailstock drill chuck. Mounted in that chuck is a short, stiff center drill. You notice all you have to do on this tailstock is to release a single lever and it moves forward. Much more convenient than having to release a nut. For this operation I chose about 350 RPM. And then you simply advance the cutter into the work by turning the knob on the back of the cross or the tailstock. Once that's done, you can go in. I turned up the RPM a little and make a center drill. Then that gives you a place to put this rolling tailstock so that you can support a long workpiece as you're turning it. For a shorter workpiece, you don't need that. You can just use the stiffness of the work to support it as you turn off a bit.